Welcome to a quality video on tense for beginners. And the video has been exclusively made with one objective, that tense need not make you tense. So in the first part we are dealing with present tense, simple and progressive forms, and in the next video we shall be dealing with perfect forms. So this video is about present tense, and the first part is simple and progressive or continuous forms of present tense. A verb may be used in 5 forms: V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. So a verb may be used in 5 forms. However, it is not necessary that they will have 5 distinct forms. Having 5 different usages does not mean that all the verbs will have 5 distinct forms. We shall make it clear. For instance, speak. V1. This is a root verb. Speak. V1. This is a root verb. V2 is a past tense. Spoke. V3 is a perfect form, also called past participle form, spoken. V4 is a continuous or progressive form ending in ing, speaking. And V5 is the same as V1 with a terminal S added. Speak, we add one S to make it speaks. Similarly, we have take, the simple present, took, past tense, taken, the perfect form or past participle, taking, the continuous or progressive form, and takes, which is same as V1 with one terminal S. Now we have come, came, come. See that V1 and V3 forms are identical. V1 form and V3 forms are the same. And that's why we said a verb has 5 forms, but not always 5 distinct forms. Then we have coming and comes. That is the root word come with S. Put, put, put. V1, V2, V3. Similarly, cut, cut, cut. V1, V2, V3. All the forms are identical. It has 5 forms, but V1, V2, V3 are not distinct forms. Then after we have the ing forms, putting or cutting, and of course puts or cuts, the root verb with a terminal S. Similarly, we have hear, heard, heard. See that V2 and V3 forms are identical. Hearing and hears. Write, wrote, written, writing and writes. Now we shall see how these verbs are used in different forms. V1 and V5 are called simple present tense. Simple present tense is also called present indefinite tense. Another name for simple present tense is present indefinite tense. When do we use it? Habits, routines, and facts, which are general truths. I get up in the morning at 7 a.m. That's my habit. I speak very fast. A habit. I help poor people. A noble habit. I often visit my aunt. I never tell lies. One of the best habits. These are your personal habits. One's personal habits. Now these are routines, which are we call official. The train arrives at 10 a.m. My exam starts from 15 Feb. The shop opens at 10 a.m. The shop is closed on Sundays. The shop is closed on Sundays means it will be closed on every Sunday. The shop opens at 10 a.m. It will open at 10 a.m. every day. The train arrives at 10 a.m. That is a scheduled time of arrival. And general truths are what we call facts. Facts or general truths. Cows eat grass. The sun rises in the east. Dogs eat meat. Schools are having online classes, though it may not be so after some time. We can see the moon at night, although you may not see the moon if it is a new moon. But still, this is a general truth. So in habits, routines, and facts, we use the simple present tense, either the V1 form or V5 form. Now, what is the difference? Let's see. Difference between V1 and V5. V1 means without S, come, go, read. And V5 is with an ending S, comes, goes, reads. When it is I, you, or a plural subject, we use V1. V1 means without S. I go, you come, they read, the children play, the boys run. If it is singular other than I and you, we use V5 with S. The boy comes, he comes, she reads, the child sleeps. See, we have I go to school. Since it is I, we are using V1 form without S. He goes to school. He is singular. We are using V5, goes. The boy goes to school. The boy, singular, use V5 with S, goes. All the boys, plural, use V1 without S, go. The cow eats. The cow, singular, use V5 with S. Cows eat grass. Cows, plural, so use V1 without S. They sometimes go. They, plural, so we use go without S, V1 form. Rani and her sister, 2 children, plural, go. Because it is plural, we are using V1 form without S. So in case of most words ending in Y will change to I and then we add ES. Birds fly, birds fly, a bird flies. Babies cry, a baby cries. The Y is changed into I and then we add ES. Fly, here Y is changed into I and then we add ES. Birds, plural, fly. 1 bird flies. Babies cry. 1 baby cries. Now, one special note, if we are having each, every, or one of, use always V5, singular form of the verb. Each pen costs, see the terminal S, because it is each. Each of the boys buys a pen. Don't be confused by the word boys. It is each, so each will be buys. Every boy dreams. Every, the word every, so dreams, V5 form. Every one of the boys does his homework. Don't be confused by the word boys. It is every, so use the singular form, does. One of the boys comes. 1. So 1 means singular, comes, V5. We say each boy, but each of the boys, but always a V5 form. 1 boy, but one of the boys, but still we use V5 form, that means with S. So that's the difference between V1 and V5. And the special case, each, every, one of must be always followed by singular verb V5 ending in S, like comes, goes, reads, walks. Simple present in different types of sentences. An affirmative sentence, I go to school. He goes to school. He is singular. So V5 goes. Statement negative. I do not go to school, or you can also say I don't go to school. He does not go to school. Also you can say he doesn't go to school. Question. Do I go to school? Does he go to school? And a negative question. Do I not go to school? You can also say don't I go to school? Does he not go to school, or doesn't he go to school? That's a negative question. Next, we have V4. V2, of course, we will be taking up in the past tense, and V3 in the second part of the video series. V4 is called present continuous tense, although the ing form can be used for both present and past, but this video is about present tense, so we are saying present continuous tense. The continuous tense is also called progressive tense or imperfect tense. It's also called the continuous form, progressive form, or imperfect form. When do we use that? Actions that are incomplete, actions that are in progress, or actions that are still going on but would be completed in future. And what is the form of V4? We have an am, is, are plus a V4 or ing ending form. Now these things are called the be verb. So we have a be verb followed by a V4 or ing ending verb form. You are attending a conference. I'm reading a new book. He is working on the project. We are cooking our meals. We are driving towards the station. In all these sentences, it means that the work has started but not ended. I am reading a new storybook. I have started reading but I have not finished. He is working. He has started but he has not finished. We are cooking. We have started but we have not finished. In some cases, the final consonant should be doubled. You need to double the final consonant before adding ing. Begin, beginning. See, the final N is doubled. Cut, cutting. See, the T is doubled. Now, the words like am, is, are, they are called helping or auxiliary verb. So, we have the auxiliary be verb followed by V4 or ing ending verb form. Now, present progressive form in different types of sentences. He is going to school. We are going to school. He is not going to school. This is a negative statement. We are not going to school. Questions. Is he going to school? Are they going to school? And negative question. Is he not going to school? Or you can also say, isn't he going to school? Are we not going to school? You can also say, aren't we going to school? So this is the form in different cases. We have the present progressive in different types of sentences, statement positive, statement negative, questions and negative questions. In many cases, either the simple or the continuous form can be used. I read in class 5 and am reading in class 5 both mean the same thing. I was born in Delhi but now I live in Chennai. You can also say I was born in Delhi but now I am living in Chennai. Both will mean the same thing. Now I live with my sister, or now I am living with my sister. In some cases, the simple or indefinite tense and the continuous or progressive tense either can be used and both would have the same meaning. That was our brief discussion on present tense, and the first part was on simple or indefinite and continuous or progressive form. In the next part, we will deal with perfect and perfect continuous forms. Thank you and goodbye. In the previous video, we had present tense. We dealt with the simple or indefinite form and the continuous or progressive form. Now, in continuation of videos series on present tense. In this video, we will have perfect and perfect continuous tense. V3 is called the present perfect tense. It's also called the past participle. V3 has or have plus a verb. He has come. They have gone. We have finished. I have taken your book. It's always has or have followed by a verb. And it is used for actions that are complete or perfect. The actions that are finished, that are complete, or that are perfect. Now, one important thing, has or have by itself will not make a perfect tense. I have two brothers. This is not a perfect tense. You need the verb has or have to be followed by another verb in V3 form. So only has or have. I have two eyes. He has a pen. He has a brother. Now these are not perfect forms. Has or have must be followed by another verb in the V3 form. I have done. I have finished. He has broken. So has or have must be followed by a V3 verb. Now most of the verbs end in D, DE, T, N, or NE. Like we have left, ending in T. The train has arrived, ending in D. We haven't slept, ending in T. He has taken, ending in N. I have kept, ending in T. But not always. Sometimes you can have a verb not ending in D or T or N, like I have come. So the verbs ending in D or T, said, paid, bowled, made, walked. The verbs ending in N, taken, spoken, broken, fallen, begun. Ending in NE, gone, done. Ending in T, kept, slept, wept. But sometimes the verbs may not end in D or T or N. For instance, I have come. So a V3 verb form is used for actions that are complete or perfect and will have the has or have word followed by a verb in V3 form. Now, in different types of sentences, statement, I have reached the school. He has reached the school. Negative statement, I have not reached the school. You also can say I haven't. He has not reached. You can also say he hasn't. Question form, have I reached school? Has he reached school? And negative question, have I not reached school? You can also say haven't I. Has he not reached? You can also say hasn't he reached? So have I not or haven't I? Has he not, hasn't he for negative questions. Now we have the present perfect continuous form. Has or have followed by a V3 verb makes a perfect tense. For instance, has gone. And be verb is or am followed by V5 or ing ending verb makes a continuous or progressive form like is going. Now what will happen if we combine these two? You have has or have, you also have a be verb, and you have a V5 or ing ending verb. So because it has or have, it's a perfect tense, and because it has an ing verb, it's a continuous tense. So combining the two, we get perfect continuous. Has been going, perfect continuous. Perfect because of has and continuous because of ing ending verb. When we use it, actions from the past still going on, still not complete. I have been waiting for you for 2 hours and I'm still waiting. I've been waiting for you since 6 o'clock and I'm still waiting. I've been living here for the last 3 months and still now I'm living here. I've been living here since August and still I'm living. Now note that the word since has 2 different meanings. Since means because. Since both are equilateral triangles, so they are similar. Since the train arrived late, we missed the bus. And number 2, it refers to the point of time when the action started. I've been waiting here since 6 o'clock. Since it is a time when I started waiting and still now I'm waiting. So that was our brief discussion on present tense. That was perfect and perfect continuous. And in the previous video we had the simple and progressive forms. Now we will come back with more useful videos. The next part would be with past tense. So be with us and thank you. Goodbye.